Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, speak.
I've been sitting here 15 minutes watching your black screen with no microphone.
I was waiting 5 minutes because you were in black.
I was not.
Well, then something's wrong with this program.
Yeah. It can't contain your passive aggression.
I was ready. I even stopped my video game 2 minutes before 9.
Oh, did you stop Pac-Man?
No, Need for Speed, Most Wanted on the PS3. Just won another race with my Lamborghini Countach.
Yeah.
That game is awesome.
But you really got it hard on the hard mode, eh?
I got it right in the middle, and then each individual race for the cars have easy, medium, and hard mode as you try to soup them up. Don't worry, it's nothing you could handle because you're not beating a Saber.
I haven't played that in forever. It's
stupid.
You can tell my back's been killing me from old age because I haven't been exercising, and I'm sure pounds are just flying back on from lack of exercise.
Yeah, lack of exercise in quotations. Burp, burp, burp. Go to the gym and do some real exercises, man.
Why? Because in your mind, that's a real exercise.
It is a real exercise.
Could you go to the gym if there was no mirror at the gym?
I prefer there was no one there because I don't like people looking at me when I work out.
I didn't ask about other people. I said a mirror.
Yeah, but it's better because that way you can tell if you're doing the stuff with proper form.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure that's why the mirror's there.
True fact.
Yeah. Well, I want to say a big hello to producer Jay, who's popped in before he has to go to bed, and he says Underground 2 Need for Speed was the best. But see, I'm one of the OG guys. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was where it was at. I was playing that on the PC back in the day.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
That was where it's at because you could download all these car mods. So you could download.
That's what you do in this game. You're racing for car mods.
No. People would make cars for you to download and install in the game. So you could, you had the time machine from Back to the Future. You could race that. You could
called the DeLorean.
The Ghostbusters car. Well, no, it was actually referred to as the time machine.
Wow.
I remember downloading the A-Team bus, driving that. Men in Black car. That was insane.
Wow, that sounds awesome, man. All real world cars. Awesome.
Well, it's about having fun, right?
I am having fun. Try the new one. Or try Most Wanted.
It's gone downhill, man.
No, it hasn't. You've gone downhill. Frustrating.
I haven't played a Need for Speed in probably since those days. Because Burnout came along.
I'm telling you, I'm completely blown away by this. I had no expectations whatsoever.
Hey, try Burnout.
Hey, try Most Wanted.
Try Burnout.
Try Most Wanted.
Go buy Paradise City. You can play it on the PS4 now for dirt cheap, and that's a ton of fun.
Why, do you have it?
Oh, I have it on the 360. I never bought the remaster. Why is that garbage?
It's on a 360, man. It's on an Xbox. Suck my banooch. I know I got a bunch. I just don't have them out front.
That makes no sense. You got a bunch of what?
What do you mean that makes no sense?
You got a bunch of how it's Xbox, so it's stupid.
That's not what I said. I said it can suck my banooch.
Explain what that is.
Well, you just insert whatever word you want in there, okay?
Is that your little button? Is that what you're saying?
My little...
Is that Italian for button?
No.
Button top?
No. No, muffin top. Muffin top.
Oh, boy. Well, I know you don't care, but I want to say hi to Steven in the chat, too. What do you think of Steven collecting Furbies?
not interested.
If you had to collect something, would you ever collect Furbies?
Nope.
I know you bought some.
So what'd you do today, man?
I know you bought some.
I'm not talking about stupid Furbies. Waste my time.
Whoa, okay. Let me write that down. His master says no Furby talk. Okay, I'm writing that down. Pen.
Striking off. Talked about Need for Speed. Got that
No
off the list.
No Furby talk. Okay. Mention friends on the show? No, not allowed. What else?
What'd you do today? Aside from going thrifting, because I saw you had to put out your receipt and let everybody know.
Well, yeah. Can you believe they're doing that now? They're putting expiry dates on their rewards.
Why are you shocked? V Squared has the same thing for their discounts.
What do you mean their discounts? Oh, you mean their their donor card or whatever?
Yeah. It's no different, man.
Well, this isn't even a year. This is like 3 months or something. They're pricks, man.
I hope all these places go out of business. When are people going to realize that they're scams and stop donating to them and just throw their stuff in the garbage like the good old days? Remember that?
What would
just
that
threw
do to
shit
you?
out like normal people.
What would that do to you?
No one else gets to enjoy this. I'm throwing it in the garbage. And then these places will close down.
But what would you do all day?
I'd go to the gym more. Actually get some stuff done. Play some video games. Warm weather's on its way, man. So I got nothing but stuff to do outside. I don't like the winter because everything's indoors.
All right. Well, I'll tell you something. And you're going to have comments because I'm not allowed to do this for some reason. But we switched over to day shifts, early mornings. So I was behind in the sleep. So today I said, screw it. I'm going to have a nap, catch up. And man, was I out. Holy mackerel. Like gone for 2 hours. If I could sleep at night that well, it would be something else. It would be a perfect world.
Well, I had another crappy night of sleep. And then I had to go into work today because they needed someone to come in.
What?
Yeah. Complete waste of my time.
When did you get the call?
Yesterday.
Well,
another crappy night of sleep. Up till midnight playing Need for Speed. Dog got up. I had to let him out around 1. I didn't have my sleep mask on, so the wife kicked me awake around 2:30. And I was up at 5. So 3 nights in a row, exhausted.
You didn't have to go into work.
And then the other day, it was an hour and 15-minute drive in to get to work because of that snow.
Ugh. Tell me about it. I was a half hour late. Because not snow, slush. People saw slush and freaked out. Super. Are you flexing your pectorals right now?
No. I'm just yawning. And I thought about going to bed early tonight, but nah, forget it. I got games to play.
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't we, talk about how you missed any kind of recording possibilities last week. I
didn't. I was waiting for your phone call.
Actually,
which you did not call me.
Actually, there was. There was. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm tired.
Yeah, that was on Friday night.
And I knew.
Hey, that was after not sleeping after coming off an overnight shift.
Well, who's the ding dong that does that?
I don't have to. I'm going to sleep at nighttime.
No, you're skipping a whole cycle of sleep.
That's fine. I skip it.
That ain't fine. I bet you were just a joy to be around that day.
I'm, as always, man. Pleasant.
So, Mr. I don't feel like it. I knew not to pressure that because what would happen if we got Joe on the show? when he's tired, like beyond what we see now. Imagine that show. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess, sir. What do we feel about the next time? Message comes in. I'll let you know if I feel like doing it tomorrow.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, you will you? I just F that guy. There's no way I'm reaching out to him to see if he feels like it. That was the exact message.
On Friday, you text me at 6 p.m. What's happening tonight?
Exactly.
My reply back was, nothing tonight. I got to go to bed early.
Yeah, because you pushed it from the Tuesday record all the way to Friday, by the way.
And then you reply back, when do we record an episode? And then I said, maybe tomorrow night. And that's the last I heard of you.
Maybe you just stick around your phone and wait with anticipation for his greatness to send a message.
That's not what that means.
It's kind of what it means, dude. You don't want to see the message I typed out and ended up deleting because it was, yeah, it was on at that point.
What would be on? It's not. Hey, did the world end? Anybody in the comments? Did the world end for you?
I thought you don't want to see the people in the comments.
I don't. I don't have my comments open. I'm not reading that.
See? His Majesty.
Oh, it distracts me from talking to you. Anyway, everybody's still alive. World's still going on. No one committed suicide because they didn't get an episode that week.
As I've surmised to you earlier, you have decimated the website.
Everybody go listen to Fandango and fall asleep easy.
You have,
because of that,
dismantled the YouTube channel.
There was no...
You have...
Hey, you can put content out on your YouTube channel. No problem.
That's right.
I'm not stopping you.
That's what I thought. So I thought, oh, he's now he's whittled the podcast down to, I don't even... We lost Duke. We lost Lotus. Yeah, I don't think we get Mrs. Q Dog anymore.
They still listen.
He's taken that. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I know what's happening. He has a podcast over at My Life in Jiggly Pants. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
this is exactly what happened with the YouTube channel. Are you okay? You getting sick from your own?
May have soiled myself. Okay.
So yeah, I'm just riding this to see what comes up next for you.
I'm here tonight.
Seriously, the one thing we had was consistency of the podcast. Every Friday was an episode. And what have you done to that? Death.
Now I made it more surprising. There's more anticipation for it. Oh, when's it going to come out? Who knows? Still comes out. Still comes out.
How many people reached out to you asking where the episode was?
2 episodes a week. They can fill the stopgap with that.
Did anyone reach out to you, ask where the episode was?
No. Were they supposed to?
Me neither. No one missed us. That's it. It's done. It's all polykill now.
Don't worry about it.
Congratulations.
Hey, all you need to know is we still live on through all the other podcasts because they all adopted us through one means or another.
Guess right? What? I was listening to the latest Ramble record the Ramble
Rub One Out.
Yeah, the R3 pod with Haji.
Yep.
And they used to have very rigid segments with bumpers and all that. Gone. They're like, we're doing free form podcasting now.
No way.
Well, there it is.
You know why? Out of respect.
And now we're breaking new boundaries, guys. We're now live across the board here. And we're so crazy, we do live broadcasting on YouTube and we ask that no one watches it. That's how groundbreaking we are.
That is groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of it. Just like that silly poster you got behind you. Almost got
Conesy? Hey, if you want to talk about Conesy,
no,
yeah.
I don't. No, I don't.
His podcast, he's been killing it, man.
Good for him.
He had Eugene Livy and Catherine O'Hara on, and my God, it could have went on for 5 hours. They were just riffing with each other like maniacally. So good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What'd you do today then?
I told you I had to work. I get 1 day off this week.
I would have loved to have get a live cam on you during this shift.
It's delightful.
After 3 days and no sleep. Can only imagine what went on.
I don't remember how I got into work. Cruise control, baby. So if I was playing that Need for Speed, and just to let people know, I lent Bill on the PS4 my Attack on Titan game. So we'll see if he's actually man enough to finish it like I was.
I am impressed that I did get the game.
Well, why would you be impressed about that? That makes no sense.
You've never lent anything.
Yeah, I have. What do you mean I never lent you anything?
You've never lent me any
How do I
kind
make
of...
this full size on my screen?
Can you? I don't know what your interface is. But yeah, I saw some clips of people playing that Attack on Titan, and it was kind of interesting. You're this little guy jumping up in the air and slicing off these.
No, you're a normal human.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, in size comparison to these giants that you're taking down, you're hacking away at them like they're giant trees, slicing off arms and legs, and I felt kind of sad for it at one point because they don't look like they're hurting anybody, and you're just slicing them and dicing them. So I thought it'd be cool to see what that's all about.
You gotta understand the story first.
And then I saw it was from Koei.
Hashtag Koei.
So I am leery about it.
It's good, man.
But yeah, I guess I should get to that. That'll be different. That'll be different from
It's fast paced. I don't know if you have got the motor skills.
If it's got Koei on it, how can it be fast paced?
I'm telling you, it's literally a hack and slash kind of game.
Well, how's that different from what I play?
Well, it requires dexterity. It requires timing. There's combinations that you have to do.
You know what you should do, since you're used to playing Pac-Man and things that don't require concentration.
In case anybody's wondering what he's talking about, I've been playing my NES Classic finally, and I got hooked on Pac-Man. So that's it,
guys.
Yeah,
just wanted to show you my Pac-Man. Can't wait for that 40-minute video to show up.
Oh, it's fun, man.
I just thought I'd go through my Pac-Man collection. As you can see on my shelf here, I have Pac-Man original.
I don't have a Pac-Man collection.
I was always fond of Pac-Man original.
Well,
I remember my neighbor had it on their ColecoVision.
My neighbor had it in television. Coleco.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, you should do what producer Jay has done, and he's just beat Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn back to back, which are my two favorite experiences on the PS4.
Then I won't do it.
You are a maniacal psychopath. This is sociopath. Well, you won't do it because they're the greatest games on the PS4.
They're not the greatest games on the PS4.
They brought me joy and entertainment. And your kids can watch you play it. Right? What are you doing? You looking at yourself in the mirror?
No, I was looking at my PS4s to see if I could throw out what the better games would be.
I just told you.
What did you say?
The Spider-Man game, which you still haven't played,
What
and
about Life is
Horizon.
Strange on? What about Life is Strange on the PS4?
Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. It's not.
I'm sure it's better than Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's not action. No, Horizon Zero Dawn is, and the story is so compelling. It is. You just see how that shit can go down that road, man.
Have a different word than compelling in your vocabulary.
It's very compelling.
You use it way too much.
If we're not careful, we could go down that road.
It means nothing now.
It means nothing.
When you use the same word all the time, it means nothing. It's got no pop, no emphasis.
It is captivating.
No substance. Think of another word. Use that one too much too.
It's I revere it.
Well, that's just a waste.
I was laying in bed after I play that and thinking about the storyline of, how they got to that way in that world. And it's like, oh yeah, if that happens.
What game are you talking about now?
Horizon of the Zero Dawn.
Okay.
So you build the machines and then you make the machines like fuel themselves off carbon material, thinking they can exist on the battlefield and eat some grass to continue the battle. But now they're kind of self-sufficient, right? And then what if they broke down, but you made another robot that could fix them? That'd be okay, right? It's just to help the battle. But then you're totally making them self-reliant. And you don't see the big picture of what could happen. And then Horizon Zero Dawn. Just like that.
I don't have that game yet. Do I?
I don't think so.
No, so that was one of the ones you tried to get me to buy early on. Do I got God of War yet? I don't have God of War. I gotta get that still.
No, we got that for at the Christmas deals. Yeah,
I don't see it on my shelf.
I bought it for you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's got a dark cover.
That's right. That's got to be started.
I was actually thinking about starting up Persona 5 next on the 4, but
another boring turn-based piece of crap.
It's a good solid 100-hour plus game to dive into.
Is it because you can sleep to all the reading? Is that why? You can just time travel through the game? Is that why you like those? I don't get it.
Maybe I'll do the God of War. I don't know. I got to finish this Need for Speed first.
No, it's just a racing game. It's nothing to finish.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
like
fun racing around.
44% completed.
Who cares? It's just racing around.
It's fun though, man. Awesome cars. The sound is awesome. The music soundtrack's awesome too.
Oh yeah, it's got lots of
music from that time period.
For you. Lots of Coldplay. So
whenever the game came out.
Rage Against the Machine. Is that what you like?
Wow. Can you date yourself anymore?
I'm dating you. No one grab that. Don't grab that drop.
Derek, Kevin will do something with that.
We don't have listeners anymore. I don't have to worry about it.
Good.
Listen, I got an update from the Instant Pot people. So I dedicate this episode to Instant Pot.
You scammed them out of something again.
No, I want to give kudos where companies deserve kudos. And this company, Instant Pot, invented Canadian, right? I don't know if the company's still Canadian or not. Damn good company. Damn good. Hurry up. You can interact in the conversation too. That's just how conversation
It's hard
goes.
when you repeat words over and over again.
I'm not repeating words.
You did.
I'll get into the story.
You said damn good company. Damn good company.
How I was going through the Value Village. And earlier that night for supper, I was telling the kids we made rice out of the rice cooker. Have one of those cheapo rice cookers. You get cheapo rice cookers for $20. Do you know that these exist? Or do you just think the rice appears on your table?
It just appears.
And it always
cook our rice on the stove. We don't use these instant things.
For minute rice, you mean?
Whatever rice, like
whatever it appears.
It's white and it's rice. It goes in a pot on the stove with some water, and you let it fucking simmer. Or if it's summertime, that's the rice we do on the barbecue inside the tin foil with the chicken broth to give it extra flavor.
Yeah, I always do minute rice with chicken broth. But if you have a rice cooker, you can do real hardcore rice, and it cooks away. Does a nice job. Anyways, this was always a crappy one. I was at Value Village, walking through the kitchen aisle, and lo and behold, there's 2 goddamn Instant Pots that are like brand spanking new, like brand new. Literature, all the cables are there, all the accoutrement, the ladles, and the rice jockey, all that stuff's there. So I'm like, these are brand new. I don't need another one, but they had a medium-sized one and a super small one, the mini, which is the size of a rice cooker. So I'm like, you know what? For the price of this, I'm just going to grab this, and it can be our new rice cooker, and it can do all the other stuff Instant Pod does on top of it. Why not? It's like an awesome rice cooker now. So I think I'm getting an awesome deal, right? Because Manager Special got it down to $14.99. And I take it home. I'm like, this sucker's brand new. I'm just going to do the quick steam test where you fill it with a cup of water and have it do a steam. Make sure the seals work and all that. And the sucker would not come up to seal. It would not generate enough steam to seal the unit and start pressurizing. Yeah, and then you open it up and stick your hand in the water. It wasn't even warm. So it was broke. It wasn't working. And, oh my God. That's why it was at Value Village. It was dead on arrival, and they just donated it. So you know how you always open up these appliances, and the first piece of paper you see in them is always, don't return to the store, call this number.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. And a lot of people just return it to the store because that's the easiest thing for you to do. Return it to the store and get a new one. They don't like you doing that because then they have to pay that store for the return. They have to give them the store the refund. They have to either get the thing shipped back or have the store destroy it. And I'm sure all that costs some money. That's why they want you to call them. So I did that. I called them. Amazing customer service. Takes 30 minutes to get them on the phone, though. You have to wait on hold. I said, I got this Instant Pot. It's been in the closet for 6 months. Finally used it for the first time. Doesn't work. Dead. And they say, well, what happens? What happens when you do a steam? I said, it doesn't even steam. It doesn't get pressure. It's like, oh, sounds like you got a defective one. How about we just send you a new one? I'm like, okay, that would probably be satisfactory to me. Okay, we'll do that. And they did. 2 days later, get a message. One is on the way. $99. And then under that, it's credit, Goodwill credit, 0. Shipping, 0. Being shipped in from BC. That's a good company. I said, I don't have the receipt. I'm sorry. I have everything else. I don't have the receipt. It was a gift. It's a Christmas gift. It was in the closet for 6 months. Don't worry about it. You have a defective Instant Pot. We're going to make it right.
Yeah, but you had to give them a number on the machine, right?
Oh, they wanted pictures of the the tag on the back, and there's underneath is the serial number. So they wanted that stuff to make sure you had one to begin with. And then I was sweating. I'm like, oh, what if whoever donated this actually did this and got their new one and just donated the crap one? Then it would be in the system and I'd be screwed. However, it was not. So if you have any issues with your appliances, call that number. They'll help you. The same thing happened with my blender because the little plastic, did we already talk about this? The nubby part wore off that told the blender the thing was sitting in it so it wouldn't run. I called them and told them about it. Your little nubby part rubbed off. They're like, okay, we'll send you a new motor unit. A whole new motor unit. It's like $230. Send it for nothing.
Technodork wants to know how your mini steamer worked.
It's coming. It'll be here on Monday.
Oh, I thought you said you got it.
It's coming from BC, so it's
man. Listen, he didn't get it. You didn't get it yet. How do you expect them to test it out?
but it's so cute. It's so beautiful. I just want to kiss it. It's just so tiny and beautiful. So I'll be using that for the oatmeal in the morning and all the stuff that I would do a pot in pot cook on with the big Instant Pot. I'll just do it in that little thing. Tell you, everyone should have an Instant Pot and an air fryer. If you don't, you're stupid.
No, we all can't afford one. Okay, so
in one of your 3 kitchens in your house, Joe, I would suggest getting one of those appliances.
What's an Instant Pot again? What's the thing that you put in all day and you come home and it's ready?
That's a slow cooker, which the Instant Pot will do.
All right, we got a slow cooker.
So this will replace your slow cooker.
I don't like the slow cooker, man, because all you can do is like pulled pork in it.
Well, this does both. It does slow cooking or pressure cooking, which is wicked fast. Do you get me?
Yeah, I know what a pressure cooker is.
Well, that's what it is.
It scares me. I don't like it.
Well, this
stuff shouldn't be cooked under pressure. So it's a bomb.
Well, there's nothing to fear.
Yeah, it's a bomb.
No,
it's
the
a pressure
oldies.
bomb.
The oldies, yeah. I wouldn't use an oldie that you put on the stove. Remember the old Cheers episode? They had the pressure cooker going in the pool room with chili.
I vaguely remember that. What happened? Fire, right?
It exploded. I forget who went back there. Cliffy or someone went back there and it exploded on him or something.
Oh, he came out and he's like covered in stuff, right? I vaguely remember that. Well, I'll see if they want to cook with a pressure cooker for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they might want to get one.
Well, you refuse to eat oatmeal too, right? Which is
I don't like it
for being a
and I should have it because it's good for the mornings, but maybe I'd have to find the right flavor and start off small. Do like a couple spoonfuls and then build up my tolerance to it.
What?
Yeah, the texture of it, man. It's like eating. It's like when you throw up and then you got this still in your mouth.
No,
and you swallow it back down again.
I eat the steel cut oats. They're man oats. They're for men, and it's more of a. It's not like the flakes. It's more like a ground down. And you can really screw up steel cut oats if you're cooking it on the stovetop. But in the Instant Pot, they come out like.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Not in the Instant Pot. You just throw it all together in a pot in the Instant Pot, and 6 minutes it's done.
Did I tell you I almost bought a Vectrex?
Yeah.
I had 2 on the hook, and I missed out time-wise on both of them.
Is this the thing that only you were looking for?
Yes, only me. Mm-hmm. And one of them actually came with 2 boxed games. Fuck. Can't believe I missed out on it.
You never talked to me about it to see if I'd be interested.
You wouldn't. I'll talk to you after I get one for myself.
If you had 2.
No, I wouldn't buy 2. I'd buy 1.
And why didn't you let me know about the other one is what I'm saying.
Because the first one I missed out on, so I found another one. And then when I was thinking about it, the guy messaged me and told me it just sold.
Well,
they're hard to find, man.
What kind of prices are we talking about?
3 bones.
Well, that's gone down, according to what we've seen.
Well, the one with the 2 boxed games was 3 bones. That's more than a deal, man. One of the games was Star Trek, too. Pissed me off. I would have had to have driven all the way to Hamilton to grab it. But it'd be worth it.
Why didn't you get it done for that price?
I missed out on it. I was too slow.
Too slow responding to them?
Yeah.
Oh. What was the other one?
Too much thinking about it.
So it was more money?
No, same money, just no games. I'll get one this year.
You'll get one this year?
Yep.
Do you want to make a wager on it?
No, not with you.
Why not? Not with me. Who then?
No, the wager's with me.
Let's make a wager.
I'm wagering against myself. I'm betting on myself, man. I'm betting on White.
I want to bet against you. But it has to be a spending threshold. You can't just say you'll get one and I say you won't get one, because you will just go and spend whatever to get one.
No, I won't.
So there has to be a spending threshold.
If I was spending whatever, I would have grabbed one like years ago.
So let's make a bet.
They've all hovered around the same price.
Let's make a bet.
No. What do I get out of it?
Whatever we bet.
I'm only buying one if it's at the price that I want.
Exactly. And you said you will get one. So let's make a bet.
No, that doesn't make sense now.
Why? What's not making sense?
I only want to buy it at a certain price point.
Oh, and you said you will get it no matter what, which I'm very happy you're this.
No, I mean, like if it comes up, yeah, I will get one.
Okay.
I'm not just going to go out and arbitrarily pay more just to win a bet.
That's what I mean. There has to be a spending threshold. So I say you're not going to get one, and the spending threshold is like $290.
You won't get one for $290.
That's what I'm betting.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet.
Well, what are you going to spend?
It's automatically going to be minimum $3.
Doesn't have to be.
Well, it'd be awesome if it wasn't, but you have to find someone who doesn't care or doesn't know what they have.
It's still possible. Very possible.
It's possible, but not within a 10-month period. It's not guaranteed. So, bet's off. There was no bet.
I'd love to get you in a bet.
What?
What? I think Joe just hung up on me. So that's good times. Yeah. What's this button do? Whoops. I don't like me huge like this. I don't like being huge. How do I get myself? Oh, hold on.
Yeah. I pressed the button.
Yeah. Yeah. We know.
What did I press?
You
I clicked on log in by accident.
So I did want to have a big old rant fest about Tim Hortons. You want to take part in that?
No. Go ahead.
Could I say anything at that point and you would just say no?
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got this hard on for Tim Hortons, so go ahead and rant away, man. I agree. It's not the best coffee anymore. It's got the taste. It has changed taste.
We have this deal between me and you where, because we arrive at the same time every day for shift. Fuck. There's got the frig guns out. Look at those things. Holy mackerel.
Go. Go. That was my let's hear what he's got to say pose.
So, well, you can participate with me. That's a conversation. How conversations work.
No, because you're too fucking stubborn and you're always right in your own head.
So we take turns bringing each other coffee rather than each of us going to the same drive-through for the same, stupid. So 2 weeks I'll bring coffees in, and for 2 weeks Joe will bring coffees in. And for my 2 weeks, I bring us McDonald's coffee because it is clearly the better coffee and everyone enjoys it. And then for Joe's 2 weeks.
Hold on. I agree. I have only been drinking McDonald's as often as I can for a number of years because it does taste better than Tim Hortons. And we should also preface this by saying I originally was buying on the day shifts and Bill was buying on the nights. And then Bill asked me if I could swap and let him buy on the day shifts because it's easier for him to stop and get it. And I agreed.
Not
Correct?
easier. I could not get it coming in on nights because the traffic is so bad.
Oh,
Whereas
okay.
for Joe, it's irrelevant on his route.
No,
He can go
no, it's not.
We imagine he can go anytime, but he says it's more difficult. So what happens is we get Tim Hortons when Joe,
Because we have Tim Hortons inside our workplace.
So we get that dishwater, and
because when I'm on my way to work, it's at prime dinner time, and McDonald's is lined up through the drive-thru. It's a fact. Don't roll your eyes.
Anyways, it just drives me crazy how their product sucks so bad, and my kid loves Tim Hortons and she always wants us to go to Tim Hortons before we go to school or something. She likes iced coffee and ice caps and all this. And you go there and it's lined up out the drive-through all the way around the building, blocking roads. And it's been that way ever since I can remember. They have not yet figured out how to make a drive-through reasonable. So that makes me angry about them. Their product is crap. And so now I've been reading tons of news stories on them. It keeps popping up because their profits were way down this year. Shocker, right? Shocker. Finally, people are getting how the coffee is so terrible. Like the profits are way, way down. And so then you have all of these stories coming out in the news because the ownership is sending all these excuses back to the franchisees about why the profits are down. And it's laughable. It's laughable. They said the profits are down because, the app that you get now. So you have this app and you scan it every time, and every 7th purchase you get a free something, just like McDonald's does on their coffee. They said we're losing too much money with the free stuff on the app, so we have to rejig that. So I don't know if you notice, you've now had to update your app and you have to sign in through the internet and all this jazz because they've rejigged it. It's going to be offering less reward. And plus their rewards are nitpicky. Your purchase has to be 30 minutes apart from one another. Like if you buy 2 coffees, you ain't getting 2 rewards. Yeah. It says 30 minutes. You got to wait. Whereas McDonald's, you have 2 coffee cups, you get 2 coffee stickers. Right. So they're saying that's the problem. We're giving away too many stuff. That's one of the problems. And then they said, oh, you know what? It's all the new food ideas we brought on. That's the franchisees are too confused by all the new food ideas. The customers don't know what to do. Yes, that's true too. I'll give you that. That is terrible because your food stinks as well. The potato wedges and the go to Tim Hortons for a hamburger. A hamburger? Not to mention their donuts. Show me a Tim Hortons that is baking their own donuts now. Can you show me that? No. Now they're saying, oh, it's also because people don't think we're Canadian anymore. We got to work on that.
Aren't they not Canadian anymore?
I don't think so. Officially.
Pretty sure they were bought out by an American company.
It's some massive conglomerate. And they just excuse over excuse over excuse. This is supposed to be roll up the rim time too, right? And they missed that. They pushed that back. And now...
Well, they made digital now, right?
That's right. You're not going to be able to roll up your rim anymore. You have to figure out how to do that on the app. And
no, it's you submit every time you buy it or something. You submit your number into a lottery draw or something for money. They were talking about it tonight. I didn't get the exact details. And I heard the girl behind the counter the other day. The app that you scan is only, she said it's only works on certain items, not all their items. Does that make sense?
Probably. Yeah.
That's so stupid though. It should be whatever you buy there. acts as one reward point.
That's what I mean. They nickel and dime their customers.
She said it's only on anything in this rack where the coffees and teas, or anything in the rack where the donuts are or the bagels. Unless she completely didn't understand, but I think she did. I was under the impression that whatever you buy acts as one reward, which is how it should be. Considering the prices that you got to pay, they're worried about you nickel and diming them on a $1.99 coffee that they're already making 1,000% profit on per cup.
Now, have you seen their latest ads? These ads drive me bonkers. You got the flavor taster guy.
Well, the sipper guy.
The sipper guy.
With the who's got no gums anymore because he looks like a skeleton with skin on.
He needs to sip some new coffee because he ain't getting it. They ain't getting it. And then you got the one broad who says they throw out one bag of beans for every 10 they reject, one bag per 10, because that's how up they are on quality control.
I bet you that just gets sold to someone else probably.
Yeah, that goes to the Nova Scotia franchisees. This, I don't get it. And meanwhile, McDonald's, who has their old coffee beans, is just laughing. Just laughing. So good on them. Congratulations to McDonald's for continuing with great coffee and their reward system, which is super easy. Stickers.
The trouble is that's what happens when you become a publicly owned company as well. The stupid shareholders only want to see profit increases every quarter, and that's completely impossible. They franchised the company out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry so that there's one, within every single mile of each other. So there's too many stores. They built the brand on having coffee and donuts, and then that wasn't bringing in enough money, so they had to expand and bring in these other inferior products that no one cares about, like he said, hamburgers or whatever else they try and silver dollar pancakes with Nutella in it, shit like that.
Oh, those pancakes were a joke. Did anyone see those? They were $2 for one of these. They were like the Eucharist. You went up and got one of those and placed on your tongue for $2. It's crazy. So, and then, my kid will say, "Oh, can we please go to Tim Hortons, please?" And I said, "I hate this place. I hate it."
Canadian Retro left a comment about how his kids give him Tim Hortons cards, and then they say he doesn't drink coffee either. So they say, "Well, you can go there and grab a sandwich." And his reply is, "If I'm getting a sandwich, it's not coming from Tim Hortons."
It's true. Like, we have to eat there at the odd time out of nothing else. And you had the breakfast sandwiches the other day. They got that toaster on at Mach 3, the treadmill. Your English muffins come flying out of there like bullets, and they ain't toasted.
They look toasted. The top tips of the inside are toasted. Because I grabbed another 2 today. And I go, oh, okay. It looks like it actually is toasted this time because I could see it as it coming out, and they were black on the tips.
Whoa!
But under that, where the majority of the English muffin is super soft, like butter,
without butter,
and no butter.
I'm telling you.
It's they've done it to themselves, man.
However, the lineup at the drive-thru is still disgusting, and yet they say they're not making any money.
There's too many people brainwashed.
One good excuse they had, though, which makes sense, they had all these weird food products, right? And they said, we brought in all the food products, and the franchisees are complaining because they have all these minimum wage kids working there who work maybe one shift a month, and they're expected to know how to make a triple-decker banana, blueberry, sausage, scrambled hard-boiled egg concoction, and no one can do it. So that bogs down the whole line, which bogs down the drive-through line, bogs up everything. So good riddance, Tim Hortons. How could they let those beans go? How could they do that? That is so ridiculous. Anyways, I had another piss poor fast food experience this week too. Woo! Look at him. He's sucking air. I thought that Yeti was going to drop down.
No, that was an actual yawn. It wasn't because of what you were talking about.
It was just me and the little kid, and I'm like, I'm dying for a hamburger. I haven't had a good hamburger in a long time. She's like, yeah, okay, let's get some hamburgers. You mean McDonald's, right? I'm like, no, not McDonald's. I mean a real hamburger. Let's get a real freaking hamburger. Charbroiled. So it's been a while, but I went to this South Street Burger. That's a chain, right? You got one of those?
Is it South Street though?
South
Side?
South something. That's what they're known for, their burgers and their fresh cut fries and all this. And I remember them.
The first one I had was up in Newmarket, and then there's one by the Toys R Us in the same plaza by me.
I remember them being good, like the real deal. You'd like flames flying off the grill, and you get a piping hot burger that's huge. And so I'll go there. I thought I'm going to make this special too, because I saw in the menus they have some they got pulled pork options too, and you can build your own thing. So I'm like, let's go a little crazy tonight. Can you give me a burger? And I want bacon, and I want cheddar on it, and I want to dirty it up with the pulled pork all on top. Keep building.
Gross.
What? No. And you dirty up
with
a burger.
You people and pulled pork, man.
You people?
Yeah,
Try it, crazy. You just don't like it touching your lips if it gets too dirty.
No, I like my pork in a pork chop. I don't need it pulled off a roast and say it's the fucking best thing in
try dirtying up a burger with it.
I don't want. I'll dirty my burger up with the condiments. That's what you're supposed to dirty a burger up with.
So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm getting this massive hamburger, right? That I'm going to have to cut, to get my hands around it. And it comes up to the prep area, and it's just a tiny little patty like this, like those pancakes we were talking about. Thanks, producer Jay, for stopping by. Techno Dork.
I don't know how to leave him a comment. Yep. Thanks, TD. Have a good night.
TD 437.
Yeah, I don't know how to leave a comment.
So I'm at the prep. It's just a tiny little burger, and then she goes to the pulled pork pot. And she just sprinkles some on, and they look like just fried onions. Like that's the amount she gave me is how much onions you would put on a burger. So it's just a little burp, burp, burp. And then the cheese goes over it, and everything disappears. That's how small everything is. And the lettuce, and then that. And I'm disillusioned taking this back to the table. I'm like, this is my burger.
You got five guys burger? Is that what it's called?
That's where I was going with this. We do not yet have a Five Guys in Barrie. If someone does, they are going to be billionaires instantly. There is no competition for a good burger in my town.
Because I go to the one in Ajax the odd time here and then. They're not bad. They make like the burger is. I do the bacon cheeseburger, and it's actually a double patty.
Yeah.
And the fries are really good. And then while you're waiting, they've got baskets full of peanuts in the shell. So you can scoop them out, bring to your table, munch on that with your drink while you're waiting for the burger and fries to come up.
Dude, not only that, like you just say peanuts in the shell. And I think we've all been to the bars that have peanuts in the shell at the bar, and they're the shittiest budget peanuts there are. These ones at Five Guys are like the top premium peanuts you can buy. Like they are super duper. And that's the beginning.
Yeah, the French fries only come from, they're always like East Coast fries, like Nova Scotia and stuff like that. Fries of the day, they tell you where it comes from.
PEI, you mean? Let's not dirty it up with Nova Scotian potato.
No, it's Nova Scotia's.
That's what I'm saying. The beginning of your experience is these peanuts. Then you get this hamburger where the default is 2 patties. That's what you're getting, 2 patties. You don't ask for 2 patties. You're getting 2 patties. The kids' meal is the one that's 1 patty. And then the fries come in, and they don't just put a cup of fries in there. They fill up your bag with fries, right? Do you not like that part of the deal?
Yeah, there's way too many fries.
Because who cares, right? Make your customer happy. Fill it up. They throw it out. Who cares? That's what I'm talking about. And as I said, no Five Guys in Barrie. So if someone's got some dough, Joe, you want to become a millionaire? Put a Five Guys in Barrie. There isn't one here. I will say we have a Heinz burger in Barrie, and it's quite nice, but nothing compares to the Five Guys.
I don't know what that is. A Heinz burger?
Yeah.
As in Heinz ketchup?
I guess they do like charbroiled hamburgers to order, fresh made hamburgers. So you want to do that?
What?
You want to do that?
We'll go set it up, and then I'll come up and work. Do the legwork for me.
What if I do the legwork, but you're the investor? You send the money.
I'll invest you with my millions. That's right.
Dude, it's fertile ground. Like whoever does it is off the hook. Forget about it. I don't know why there isn't one already. They keep opening up Little Caesars all over the place. Like, why invest in that? Do a Five Guys.
Who's asking for Little Caesars pizza? I haven't had Little Caesars pizza in years. I even stopped doing this Pizza Nova stuff. There's the I started going to this Italian pizza place here. Of course, the owner, who is Italian, doesn't work there anymore, and it's some Indian guy working, but he's nice, and they make a good pizza.
Yeah, you just need good product.
Yeah. Well,
you mean well,
and you got to know how to make it properly too.
Yeah. I don't care about a chain name or anything like that.
No, this isn't a chain. This is like this Italian guy has been doing it with him and his wife for X amount of years. I like to find a nice Italian bakery. That's what I miss. Well, they've all disappeared, the Italian bakeries. Do you how does that happen?
That's one thing we have plenty of here, actually. Plenty. In fact, one just opened down the street from me, and it's where I've been getting my daily coffee, because their coffee is just excellent. Excellent. Now, they stack the cards in their favor because the cream they give you is 18% table cream. So that's like
why
cheap.
I only do milk now, man. You don't need cream. You don't need cream in coffee.
Makes it taste amazing.
Yeah. Just inject the fat right into your veins.
It's cheating for sure. But they have a great cup of coffee there. They got the Italian bakery stuff there. They're not baking their own bread on site, though, which is...
oh, really? Do they got the biscotti and all that stuff?
What did you say?
Biscotti?
Actually, I don't think they do. I haven't seen that there.
They would have to.
Cannolis and,
See, that'd be cool. You go in on a nice afternoon where there's nothing going on. You actually sit down and enjoy your coffee while you're there and have a nice, you have a cannoli or some cookies, man.
Why doesn't cannoli get the big, heavy accent?
Because I don't know how to say cannoli.
But they have like a hot table there. So they have pastas and giant meatballs and that kind of thing. And they have like all the teas and shit like that and all the bakery stuff. And then they bring in bread. It's made that day, but it's not in-house, which to me is you got to have it in-house. But I've bought and got, dinners out of their hot buffet area, and it's just fantastic. So that's a big plus for my neighborhood. Happy about that. Hopefully they survive.
Because growing up, man, it used to be, I remember always when it was grocery day, we'd hit up the Italian bakery, get our bread for the week, bunch of cold cuts there, some other shit. And that was it.
A deli table.
You
That's
would
what I
never
meant to
think
say.
about buying your bread from Superstore
Yeah.
or from the big name chain place because it was garbage.
Yeah, and considering back then it was much better than what we have now. So, but I mean, that fresh baked bread, that's it's only good for a day, though. You know, you got to go back every
Well,
day.
my parents used to put it in the freezer. So you buy a bunch and then you freeze what you don't need. So when you're done the first one, you take out the other stuff. So then you spread it out through the week. But we would get our sandwich buns for the week, which my parents would then force me to make our sandwiches every day for the next day.
Don't believe it.
Mine would be, I do 2 salami sandwiches for me. And then my parents would have mortadella and capogoldo. But then I had to take the peppercorns out of the mortadella because they didn't like that.
There's no way you're making your parents' lunches.
Yeah.
I
told you, I lived in a slave house.
Is that why you slave your people now?
No, it's just, used to drive me nuts, man. Every night, make our sandwiches or make our lunch tomorrow.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yeah, man.
When you were in grade school?
Yeah. It was ridiculous. Elementary school, I was making freaking lunches for my parents.
And they would have a sandwich every day.
Yeah.
As adults. Come on.
Yes, they did. That's what we had back then, man. It was only cold cuts.
It was only cold cuts, people. Oh,
every day, every week. That's all I ate was salami at school.
Oh. Can someone write a script and do up that story?
There's no leftovers to bring to school because you get beat up if you brought leftovers.
Yes, for you, but I'm sure your parents were taking leftovers.
No, they didn't. Sandwiches.
And you must have had massive amounts of leftovers with the pastas and the whatever else you guys.
Yeah, and then we just eat it the next night. Nothing went to waste, man. Italians don't waste food back then. You made extra and you ate it twice.
All right, I got to tell you about this show I've been punishing myself with on Netflix that came out. Have you been on Netflix recently? He says no. This new show came out. It's called Lock and Key. I thought it was a very compelling idea. It had everything that I like, right? This family that's been through some kind of trauma. They move away from home to go into this family estate, which is a huge, giant, old Gothic mansion and a huge property on the.
Never heard this story before. Any sort of movie.
Exactly, but I love it. I love old houses and big old sets, and it's a cliffside property, and there's weird things that happen. Right, there's an old well house, and it's a little kid, like 10 or something, and 2 teenagers, a girl and a boy, and so they have to start a new school, and also, figure out this new house. Their dad just got killed back home in Seattle, so that's why they moved, and they're in this big old house, and the first thing that turned me off is they're not at all impressed with this giant house they just pull into. It is a giant mansion with all kinds of antechambers. And
wouldn't they be downsizing?
This was a family estate, cost them nothing to move there. It's an empty house. It's 200 years old, and no one's lived in it in 40 years, but it's fully furnished with swords on the walls and giant portraits and like your house. It's just massive estate. And the kids aren't even excited. This sucks. I guess I'll go up to my room. No one's exploring the house. And that's all I want to see is the house being explored. And they start finding these keys around the house. and these keys have magical properties. And even when they find the keys, they're like, nah, whatever. Yeah, we'll get back to this after we finish, talking on the phone or whatever. It's like, you just found a magical key. You're not going to spend your whole day trying to figure this out. This show just drives me crazy. And God damn it, if I didn't watch all 10 episodes or 12 episodes, however many it was, I just had to see how this stupidness resolved itself. But it was frustrating every episode. Of course, the little kid is beyond ridiculously stupid, right? Like, just he should be dying every episode because he's making terrible decisions. And of course the mother is, I've been sober for 6 years. So you know what that means, right? It's just cliche after cliche this entire show. And then you know how I complained about The Expanse, the Canadian actors showing up. Same thing with this show. In fact, the same Canadian actor that I saw in The Expanse that drove me crazy shows up in a main character on this show. And it has all the bones to be awesome. And I guess it's based on a comic, but it's just cliche after trope after cliche. It's just maddening.
Is it one and done, or is it multiple season?
Oh, they set it up for season 2, but I don't know if it'll get picked up. I don't know. People were buzzing about it when it first launched on Netflix, but I don't know. Of course, there's a bad guy, right? They drum up a bad demon. So even though they're worried about this demon that can come kill them at any time, they still like, let's go to school and hang out with friends and stuff. It's like, what? And then they're like, there's a room back there. We haven't seen this room. It's like, you haven't explored the house yet? That would be like day one, exploring every house. And this mother just lets these kids do whatever. This kid, go play by the lake oceanside cliffs. No problem. Don't even tell me when you're leaving. I don't want to know. You can wander back whenever you want. Frustrating show. God damn, how did I get through the whole thing? Do you think you'll watch that?
No. I don't like horrors. And two,
it's not horror.
Those demons.
Well, she's a sexy demon.
Oh, now it's a girl?
Yeah.
Do you see breastises?
No.
I'm out.
I mean, it's trying to be Stranger Things, but like racy a little bit for the older teen to watch.
Does she masturbate herself?
The demon?
Yeah.
No.
Does she masturbate the boy?
Yeah, she gets it on with him. Oh yeah, yeah, big time. But that's later on. No, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but anyways, they add enough edginess to make it suitable for like a 16-year-old to watch, in like who likes Stranger Things but want a little bit more edge to it. You know what I mean?
16-year-old who's horned up.
Anyways, I thought they just dropped the ball big time. Could be so fun, this show. I love big old houses, exploring big old houses. Lots of wood everywhere. But especially with these enchanting keys that can do magical things. Like, how cool is that? And they rarely do anything cool with it. For one, I don't want to go any further. I'll spoil it. But watch it with this warning in mind. That is frustrating. I got to get back to The Expanse because that's awesome.
Maybe it'll come up in an episode of Film Dango.
You know what? If those guys want a show to shit on that show. Shit on that show. That is completely warranted. There's your show to shit on. Go ahead. It's asking for it. It is so tropey. Asking for it.
I actually haven't watched TV in a while.
Whereas Picard, that I'm enjoying the adventure.
Yeah.
Enjoying the nostalgia. Enjoying, all the throwbacks. Just enjoy that.
All right. On that note, let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, I do want to say that this episode is brought to you by a few sponsors this day, especially my buddy Duke over at Retro Nonsense, who dropped his latest Stuck in the 80s episode.
I watched that until someone made an appearance.
That's what I stopped watching too.
And then I turned it off. I go, this thing just jumped a shark. It did. You can't bring someone else in.
He's brought people in before.
It jumped the shark. I stopped right there.
It was good. It's on Knight Rider, so that's always fun. Knight Rider, man.
Though they did show the one Knight Rider scene that I remember watching it when it was on air. When it first aired. It was the one where Kit is facing Carr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're going head against each other. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, his only weakness is at the front.
Yeah, but we're not gonna ram it. That would
no,
cost
they did
much
ram
money.
it. They jumped and then
they faked it.
And then there's another time, I think they rebuilt Carr or someone else. But his only weakness was this barrel that they had somehow built, for some reason, built at the front of the car. And the only way to destroy it was to shoot a bullet down the barrel.
Oh.
This mini little intake. It's ridiculous.
Like Star Wars. So
yeah, it was essentially. It was stupid. I'm pretty sure that was a Knight Rider. I'm not thinking of like Airwolf or something, am I?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Siri,
I don't remember that.
Siri would just let me down.
That's funny.
Okay, you say goodbyes. I'm going to look on Google here.
Well, I was going to say how when I loved the Kit maneuver when they get up to the transport truck, they drop the ramps in motion and he skirts on into the moving transport truck. That always blew my mind away as a kid. Because I would go, shouldn't he just, like, once you hit the ramps, go 1 billion miles an hour and shoot out the whole top of the trailer? Like, how's that? But he always just drove right in. And I mean, it was such a tight drive in, the mirrors would almost be touching every side of the trailer. And then they get inside the trailer and there's like a big warehouse in there.
And check this out. Using a grappling hook, Mike and Kit pull out Carr's chest plate, freeing Alex, and turbo boost through his body, destroying him in a manner similar to the destruction of Carr in the original series. Was there a remake?
Oh, they remade Knight Rider a few times.
Oh, that was 2008, 2009 one.
Ugh.
And actually, Peter Cullen voiced Carr, I guess, in 1982 and in the remake.
But like Knight Rider never had the guts to wreck the car, you know? The jumps were always fake and the explosions were fake. Whereas Duke's a hazard, man. What, for one season they destroyed 300 cars, you know? You actually got to see cars jump and land and get destroyed, which made the Duke so much more fun.
Oh, this is every reference I'm bringing to, I don't know. Just trying to find, how did they destroy Carr? Kit versus Carr.
Is this what we're doing now? Also, we have to mention, of course, mark your calendar, April 5th, Barrie Game Exchange is coming. It's coming fast. It's going to be upon us very, very soon. You should be getting yourself ready, figuring out what you're going to buy, what you're going to sell, who you're going to talk to, what kind of deals you're going to make, because it's happening. I keep trying to kick myself in the butt to get myself organized, but it's not working. But it's approaching fast. Barrie Game Exchange is, of course, in partnership with the Cartridge Club, where you will find members of the Cartridge Club family there in full colors. 5 tables of Cartridge Club members will be there to say hello to and shake your hand and give Joe a big old hug. He'll be there, and yeah, we'll be speaking the good word of the Cartridge Club at the Barrie Game Exchange. So come look for us there. That's April 5th in Barrie at what is it? Eastview Arena? I don't want to say it wrong. East Bayfield? No, Eastview Arena. And so that's an entire arena full of game trading going on right there. It's worth the trip. If you're an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours away, it's worth the trip. Come on up. And me and Joe have both asked for the entire week off of work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Joe's available. You come up a day early, Joe's available.
I might be up there, yeah.
No. On Joe's compound, Joe will be available.
No.
Come up early, day early, 2 days early. Look up Joe. DM him. He's always saying DM him. And he'll
find out how he was destroyed, man.
We saw it in Duke's clip. They both jump at each other.
No,
and then
but I think that was the final time. There was another time they got rebuilt or something. I'm pretty sure about that. Because Carr had more than one appearance. All right, I don't know. Derek, figure this out. Let us know.
Okay, and I've thought of something else too. I'm having SD problems with my phone, so I've been unable to record some outstanding video for the YouTube channel of the latest treasures that have been found. So I might do this thing here that we're doing, a StreamYard live pickups.
All right, have fun.
I think I might try that because I can't get you to help me because that somehow your agent says you can't work on other properties from I'm thinking, why not do that? So maybe that'll happen. Look for that on YouTube/Start to Continue, and you can find our podcast on Twitter at STCPod, and Joe is there at AC Decepticon, and
yo.
Joe's destroyed the website, so I'm not going to mention that. And anything else you want to bring up?
No, that's about it. We're all good, bro.
When are you going to publish this? That's the real question.
Oh, this weekend for sure.
On Friday, like how it's supposed to be.
You know what? All right, on Friday.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in to this live broadcast. I hope you haven't been too grossed out by Joe's gastral anomalies through most of this episode. It's what I have to deal with all the time. So you should deal
grossed out by Bill's talk.
Why don't you give us one big pipe for
I can't force it out. It's just whenever I have
that arm. Get that arm up and give me a big Mount Olympus there.
I haven't been in the gym for 3 days. Come on.
All right. Well, say it up. We'll end it.
Post it.
Yo!